Hey, how's it going, guys? Bruntango here. Fuck yeah. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's good today. Hope everybody's good. Today's video, I'm actually going to go through the solo streetcar duplication glitch. Yep, the solo one. Now, this is after all the recent updates and patches of 1.37 now, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to test this shit, let's see what is happening. There we go, we need a nice busy lobby. Now, I would recommend getting a lobby with more than probably about 18, yeah, about 17, 18 players or more. It's worth a try, okay, but you kind of really want a lot of players, so what you also want to do is go and either call Gerald, Simeon, Ron, any of the contacts, get a mission ready. Then all we're going to do is we're just going to test the lobby, okay? Now I will say this now, I'll say it loud and clear. Not every single lobby will work, okay? So if you try it once or twice and you're like, oh, it's patched. No, you need to keep trying it, okay? So, let's do it. Let's go and have a look. Let's find a streetcar. Now, like I said, we're only going to test. So, it doesn't have to be, you know, the desired streetcar you want. Because, you know, you could spend 15-20 minutes trying to find a, you know, a sentinel or a benefactor. And the lobby doesn't work. So, just find any random streetcar, okay? Doesn't matter what kind. So, I'll use this here, okay? Now, to make life a little bit easier, just take the door off it. That just means we can get in and out the car just a little bit quicker, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to park on the wrong side of the road, you know, facing the wrong side, with the driver's side right next to the path. Then we're going to launch the Gerald mission. Okay? Like I say, you could use Simeon or Ron, it doesn't really matter. All we're going to do is just quit straight out that mission. Now you need to be sitting stationary in the vehicle to do this, okay? So, once you've quit out the mission, you run straight in that car as quick as possible, then just floor it. Okay, so you're just going to jump in the car and accelerate, okay? Now the car should die, doesn't work first time every time, so as you can see there the car did not die. So I'm just going to get rid of the cops and we'll try it again. So, you know, if you do this 3 or 4 times and then you try a different car and you still can't get it to work, just switch to a different session, okay? Because like I say, not every single session will work, but once you do get in a working lobby, you could stay there all day if you want and dupe cars, okay? So pull over to the side, bring your mission up, launch that up. Like I say, you need to be sitting stationary. As soon as you get to the loading screen here, the settings, you're just going to back out, you're going to run into your car, jump in and just floor it, okay? Now, if all works correctly, the car should automatically die and kick you out. So there we go. Now, if you realise, you will not be able to get back in the car. See the little message? You do not have access to this personal vehicle. So that means the duplicate has spawned. So, let's have a look. There, it's way back there, okay? So now we know we are in a working lobby. It doesn't matter if everybody leaves, you know, if everybody lags out or whatever, we could still dupe cars in here all day long now, okay? We only needed that one car to duplicate and we'll be good for the rest of however long you want to duplicate, okay? So from here, you want to go to your garage, you want to go to any garage. You just want to head to the blue circle over here, any garage, okay? So just head over there. Now this is really important, this bit, okay? If you forget to do this, this will cause it not to be solo. So if you've got a friend helping you, you probably don't need to do this bit, but this is vital for it being solo. So take the door off the car, okay? Now you see the blue circle there? We want to park the car up next to that, so when we jump out, we're standing in the blue circle. So obviously you don't want to take this car in, so you bring your interaction menu up. As you can see, the blue circle goes away. That will stop you from driving into the garage, okay? So have a look, see where your blue circle is, then bring your interaction menu up and just reverse and park over your blue circle. It does not have to be this garage, it could be any garage, okay? So you just jump out, pull your menu down. Now if all works right, you should just get sucked into the garage, okay? Now just turn around, walk back out. Now what we want to look for is the door back on the vehicle, the driver's door. So if it's not back on the vehicle, what you want to do is just beat this car up a bit, okay? Just give it a few kicks, smash it up a little bit. And remember, keep your interaction menu up so you don't get sucked in the garage. Now jump in the car and jump back out onto the blue circle again. Then we're getting sucked back in the garage again, okay? Now this will ensure that the car does not despawn. Now if the door goes back on the car first time round, you do not have to do this bit here, but this is for if the door does not despawn back on. If the door does not spawn back on, sorry. So here we go here, the car should appear again, there we go. Look at that, it's glitched out now. Okay, it's destroyed, it's sunken into the ground. Right, that car is going nowhere now. That is stuck in the session with us now, okay? So, that's how to stop the car despawning. Do the blue circle, and if you're not sure, do it twice and beat the car up in between, okay? So now we're going to head down to this custom shop. Now I highly advise using the custom shop down here, down by Popular Road. I would use this one, okay? So head down here, it's nice and quiet down there, that's where we're going to go, okay? Right, so now that we're here, now people saying that they're losing money and all that, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're not going to lose money, okay? This is how we're going to test this. So we're just going to come in the customs. What we're going to do is we are going to, you see how the doors have respawned back on the car there? It's totally fixed. That lets you know that the glitch is working, and that is because we took it into the garage. Well, we've done the blue circle twice. So when you go in the customs, just change anything, you know, I changed the tints on the windows. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to do the glitch, but I've not spent any money on this, on fully customising it. I just put window tints in it, okay? Because if it despawns, then, you know, you all need to skip lobbies, but I know for a fact this method is going to work, okay? So I'll actually just prove it right now. So we're going to pull up to the custom shop, where I did right there. We're going to start our mission, and we're going to quit back out. We run in the car, and then we drive in the customs as fast as we can. So from quitting the mission to getting in the customs, you have to be super fast. So when you get in here, you have to change the primary colour paint, okay? So just go ahead, change the classic, make it nice and cheap. Change that over. Now when we exit out the customs, we're just going to wait a few seconds. Then slowly turn your camera around, okay? Now, there you go, there is the duplicate. Now, we're not finished testing yet, okay? We want to take this an extra step, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump back in the original, we're going to take the door off it. Now, once we took the door off it, you see this barrier right here? We're going to smash the original. Just keep smashing it into it. Do this about 4 or 5 times. Preferably what you want is you want both the backlights smashed. If you get one of them, that's fine, it will still work, okay? So there we go, I've smashed the lights and the bumpers hanging off. So now what we're going to do is take this car. Now we're not going to do anything with this car, okay? We're just going to take it in the customs and we're going to see if the original is going to despawn. So when we're pulling in, we're holding down the right analog.
What's wrong with her now?
So we've got the rear view camera. Now when we go in here, we're just going to pretend that we're putting a tracker on, or you know, we're selling it or whatever. So I'm just going to take my time. As you can see, I'm not going to put a tracker on because there's no mods on this yet. We are still testing. So that's been a good 10-15 seconds now. So I'll just back out. And when we back out, you want to move your camera analog to the left, so it quickly turns round. Now, the original is still there. We know we are good. We know our lobby is working. Okay, so all you want to do now is take your original and go and customise that bad boy. Fuck yeah! So this is after the latest patch. So definitely get back on this, get some money. You only need about anywhere between 200 to 400k to fully mod a car, so you don't need a lot of money to do this. Okay, so now the vehicle is fully customised. Now, pardon me, jeez, so now you don't have to do the paint. That doesn't add any value, but one thing for sure, do not add a tracker to the vehicle you're customising, okay? Do not put a tracker on it. Now if you've already duplicated a car with that car, you will not have the chance to put a tracker, but if you do not put it on, okay? So, here we go. We are good to go. Fully customised Buffalo, I think it is called, yeah. Fully customised. Now, these cars don't sell for an awful lot. They're pretty shit, if I'm being honest. You want a Sentinel or a Benefactor or something like that, so. Anyways, here we've got 130 grand, and we're going to start duplicating. So, we just park right where I am. Take note of where I am parking. Just right next to the little box. There's a little square on the ground, and I usually park my back wheel to that. You launch your Gerald mission, you back out. We're going to run into the car, straight into the garage. Simple as that.
What brings you in today?
Now, when we're in the garage, we are going to change anything in the primary colour section. Okay, so go into primary colour, you can change anything. Now, I would advise, if you're on a budget, just using the classic paint, okay? But I want mine to all be the same colour, so yes, I know it does not add value, but I just wanted them to all be the crew colour, okay? So you just have to put a classic paint on it, but just remember to choose a paint. Give it a couple of seconds when you drive out, slowly turn round, there you go, there's the duplicate. Now, the important bit, before we get in the duplicate, we're going to jump out, jump back in, take the door off the original, okay? Now remember this bit, this is where we smash it against this barrier. So, go for it. Fucking smash it. Oh yeah! So, what you want to do is you want to pop the lights, or, just something, anything, it doesn't really matter. just make sure to give it a good beating, okay? So there we go. Now leave it against the barrier and leave it sitting on the railway tracks, okay? So I think that will do it. So there we go, that's pretty fucked up now. So now we can get in the duplicate car. Now this duplicate, we are either going to sell it, completely up to yourself, or we're going to put a tracker on it. Oh, now there's no harm in giving that an extra little bump on the way in, okay? Now as we're driving in, we're pressing the right analog down, and we're just keeping an eye on that as we drive in, okay? So with this one, we can either sell it. Now I was only getting like 130 odd, which is pretty shit, but the benefactors and all that, they'll pay 200, so I'm just going to put a tracker on this, and this is now my personal vehicle, okay? So when we drive out, you want to move your camera, stick right round to the left, quickly, so you can see your original, okay? So, that's pretty simple. We are done. We have duplicated the car. And my door's still sat over there. Nice. So that car now has the tracker on it. That is now safe. When we repeat this, when we put a tracker on the next vehicle, the one sitting behind us will automatically go into an empty slot in your garage. So you do not have to manually drive the duplicates, okay? If you do this, the original will despawn in time because you're away from it for so long, okay? So just put trackers on them and just park them to the side, and take it from me, just constantly keep put trackers on them, okay? So here we are here, we're duping. What we're doing is, we've just done the mission, and now it's time to put the paint on. So changing primary colour paint, remember, has to be primary colour paint. Then when we come out, we're just going to wait a few seconds. Right, there we go, there's our duplicate right here. Now as you can see, our personal car, that's away over to the right hand side up there, so don't worry about that. So remember this vital bit: smash in the bumper, take the door off, smash the bumper, blue circles. That's all the important bits to make this solo, okay? I can't stress it enough. Remember to do the blue circle, and then remember just to do it twice. Just do it twice, okay? It just makes things a lot safer. And beat this car up here, beat your original up before you go in. Now when you're taking your duplicate in, just remember to look back, okay? Now you should have no hassles at all.
What's wrong with her now?
So I hope everybody's enjoyed today's video. I hope everybody's going to make some money. Hell yeah! If you're new to the channel, remember subscribe, turn on your notifications. Yeah. So that's all from me, I guess. I might be uploading tomorrow, I'm not too sure yet, so I'll keep you guys notified. So it's your boy Bruntango, and we'll see you in the next one.